Hello everyone. Happy new week. Tuesday here for me, and I've been doing some adulting this morning, doing those dreaded emails that everyone has to reply to and do stuff with. That time of year when I'm getting lots of renewals and all those fun things. So I'm very, very glad to be here with you. Tuesday lunchtime here for me on the sunny central coast of New South Wales in Australia, and do some card making. So for those of you who haven't met me before, my name is Woodbridge. I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator here in Australia. And I go live twice a week to share how I use Stampin' Up! Products. I am live here on a Tuesday on Facebook, and I'm live Thursday at 12 noon on YouTube. So make sure that you follow me in both places so you can see me live. Come in, say hello, join the chat. So make sure, like, subscribe and follow, and you can follow along with me, whether it be live if you're awake, or depending on what time zone you're in, or if you're at work, or you can join me on the replay and still have a whole lot of fun. What did everyone do on the weekend? I saw every member of my family on the weekend in two separate events. So, oh, hey, Margine. Oh, you just got home from work. Hey, Louise. So I had two separate events on Saturday and Sunday and saw my entire family. Oh, there were a couple that I think weren't invited or didn't go. But yeah, managed to see everyone, which was very nice and exciting after the last couple of years we've had. It was nice to have everyone all in one place for some special celebrations. So I did get some crafting done over the weekend, but not my normal amount. I have, if anyone's been following me here on Facebook and Instagram, I sent out yesterday my December birthday cards. So now it's all steam ahead to get my Christmas cards written, labels printed, and out the door. So that is my next big project. I will share the number of Christmas cards I have made already this year, because they are all in a box in plastic sleeves. All I have to do is stamp the inside sentiment right to and from and do that label. But all those things just take time. So today we are playing, just moving a couple of things here. We are playing with the Fitting Florets products. We're playing with the framed Florets stamp set. So we're going to be using this flower right here. Not going to be using any of these sentiments though, because we are making a Christmas card. And also in this release, and this is a limited release, and this stamp set will only be available until the very beginning of January. So this is the Framed and Festive, and I love the fonts in this. So I'm going to show you how to use the words as a background, and we're going to use a sentiment and the flower on our feature piece on the card. Oh, thank you, Margie. I'm so sorry if you can hear snoring. Louisa just got really loud. She might be puppy dreaming or snoring. I haven't decided. Hey, Mary, how are you? Hey, Barbara. Thank you all for joining me today. I am just going to refresh my screen over here and see if I can't see everyone, which I can, and I shall mute myself, otherwise we're going to hear a horrid echo, which you really, really don't need to hear. She's puppy dreaming. It's very cute, but she's growling now in her sleep. So the cards, because I'm going to make multiple, hello Beryl, we're going to make this card together. So traditional colours non-traditional flower and a touch of gold. So we're going to do things a little bit different, and I just want to show you how we can create this fun background. And I may do it in a couple of ways. I may do a background that is less intense and do mimic this background as well, just so we can have a play and see which one we like. So glad to hear you are well, Mary. And I also have some blends for the photo I just took out too, but we're playing with the light and dark of both. So please tell me what your weekend was like, and tell me if you've got these products, because I would love to know. Because I know I love them, but I love to hear from you guys. One, if you've got them already, or two, if you love them and are planning on purchasing them. Because even if you don't want to purchase them, I can do gift cards for Christmas. So if you have someone who you know may want to get you a gift card, please tell me and I can organize that. Hello, Miss Jean. So let's flip around and get ready to make hello, Miss J. How are you? You on your lunch break, my love, or in between meetings? Jamie is quite local to me, about 20 minutes away. I almost just whacked my head with my stand here. Oh, lovely, Mary. That would have been a lovely getaway for you. Okay. I know, yes. Come on. Hello, Miss Cindy. Oh, you're great in between meetings. Let me unrotate this and see if that worked. Hooray, yes, awesome. So we are here. Shall we zoom just a little bit? I think that may be too much, but we shall see. Now, I do just need to, that's better. We're popped perfectly in my stand now. I'll go turn off the overhead light and I shall be back. So, oh my dear word, that is way too zoomed in. So I have done something, oh, Jamie, 36 cards. Oh my God. I am absolutely shocked. Okay, now I zoomed way too far in and now I can't zoom out and my screen has flipped. So just excuse me for a second here while I try and wrangle this camera. I wish it would zoom out because we really don't need to be this zoomed in. A production line, I love it. I can't wait to receive one in the mail, Jamie. Okay. It's later. Aha, there we go. I had to do it in the same action. Zoom in and zoom out, all in the same action. Hopefully, we just seem very crooked today. I think we're going to leave that right there. I'm highly impressed. Also made a new house card. Nice. I made a birthday card on the weekend, but it will be shown a little later in December. Okay, so I think I disturbed Louisa because she has promptly stopped snoring. Okay, getting my trolley in here because everything's sitting on my trolley today. So this is the card. So the supplies I have out are real red paper. I don't have Oh, I must. It must be under there somewhere. If not, I'll grab it out. We have our Distressed Gold specialty paper, which is in the annual catalogue. I have soft, succulent card front. And then I need a couple of these. So this is just our normal Whisper White. And you can call this our tag. I don't know. I think on the card you can call it a tag. Tell me what you think. 2 cards in one envelope. Oh, Jamie, that just means... Oh, I know it saves you money, Jamie, but it means I have to open the card, take out one card without looking at the other card. Oh, wow. Okay, so when you need, now that you need new cherry cobbler, use the shop link in the description of the video and you can stock up on more cherry cobbler or another red that you may love. So today for this card, I'm going to start out with the background because that's something I rarely do. In my stamping life, I rarely just use words to create a background. So let's start there. And on this card, I did use Evening Evergreen. Now on the second card, I'm tossing up between using Soft Succulent or using Versamark. So I kind of need your help on, for the second card front, do we want to go tone on tone with the Soft Succulent or do Watermark with Versamark? So I will leave that for you to vote while I do this one. So from the Framed and Festive Sentiment set, which as I said earlier, limited edition, only available while stocks last or till the end of December, I am using the Noel. And I just love the script in this. I mean, I'm a sucker for a good font at the best of times. Give me an awesome font and Christmas, you've sold me. Soft Succulent Versamark. Okay, we need some more votes for this because we need to break the tie between Margie and Margine. An infinity card. They are great. Tone on tone look great, but can't compare without a Versamark example. How about we do all three? And I just don't make up the third card. But I do have a piece here. So let's do all three. And then there's no arguing. I'll do a full card front because I'm eventually going to use these. Miss Louise has had enough. She's left us. Apparently we're being too rowdy today. Okay, so Evening Evergreen first. Open that up. Now what I did this on an angle. So I'm going to angle my card just on a scrap piece. Now I don't need to do the whole card front, but what I find, it is actually kind of easier to do the whole card front because then I can stagger my words better and it's easier. Oh, I know I'm a stamping rebel, my word. I'm absolutely not a stamping rebel. Well, that one's not great, but that's okay. That one's probably going to be covered up, so I'm not worried. So rather than you reading Noel over 50 times, look, it won't be 50, but you kind of get my drift. It just creates a beautiful background. Whoops-a-days. Oh, good. And then I can see I want to go in the middle there. Now, this is not perfect by any stretch of the imagination. I'm doing this quickly and with the effect on the edges that I would like. So we definitely want to go off the edges here because that gives you it gives you the illusion that we have stamped on a whole piece of paper, which we actually haven't. And just the L there, and I'm thinking maybe here, just a titch, so then it looks like I've stamped a whole huge piece and we've just cut a portion. Christmas alphabet has no L. What's the difference between the Christmas alphabet and the normal alphabet? Oh my God, girls, seriously. Haha. Okay. Oh no, things are too far away from me at the moment. I'm almost creating a craft lunch and we've just begun. God help us today. Okay, I need my Stampin' Scrub because I started with the darkest ink first. I don't know if that was smart or silly, but I get to show you our Stampin' Scrub. So this is how we clean our stamps. This is sold in that annual catalogue. And I love the Stampin' Mist. So these two products are designed to go together. So you've got the Stampin' Scrub and you have a wet side. Now in the corner here we have raindrops, and then in the corner over here we have sunshine. And the mist is a stamp cleaner and it also conditions. So it says use Stampin' Mist to clean and condition your stamps. The directions are mist your Stampin' Scrub and rub the stamp against the pad or mist directly onto the stamp and wipe it with a cloth. So you can use this without the scrub, but the scrub is amazing. And I'll show you, you can see how inked up that is. I could probably get some ink off, but it's still really inked up. So I go scrub, scrub, scrub. That is clean. And then I go dry, dry, dry on the dry side, and that is ready to rock and roll except for the ink on the block. So it's dry, ready to go. I don't need to do anything else when I change colours. I'm going to leave this open because we are going to use it again. Now for our second one, my other pieces there, we said we were going to try, let's go for soft succulent, hey? Did I? Oh, I already got it out. It's on my desk. Get it, Noelle? I know. I got it. Hello, Miss Corinne. How are you? Right. So, soft succulent on soft succulent. So, this is classed as tone on tone. So, I did the original one a tone. Well, these are pairing colours, the evening evergreen and the soft succulent. Okay, so this is going to be, oh, this ink pad needs re-inking as well. It's a little dry. I've used it far too much. Just let me see if a different part of the ink pad, no. Okay, this is still tone on tone, but this ink pad is a little on the dry side as well. And just in up there, one here, one here. And we're going to bridge the gap. Oh, that one was a bit too close, but it doesn't really matter in the whole scheme. Okay, then we're going to in the middle. But you can definitely see the difference between the two. And then you guys are going to vote which two we're going to use, or which two of the three. So don't vote yet because I haven't stamped all three, but that's what's going to happen. And just doing my little end edges there, and then that there. So you can see it really doesn't take long. So this is soft succulent ink on soft succulent paper. This is Evening Evergreen on soft succulent paper. Let's just close this up because I am not using it again, but apparently I'm getting it all over my finger. And we are going to close this up. There is a divot in the ink pad that I can pop the end of my scissors in. A lot of people get very scared that I am actually going to poke myself. Touch wood, I never have. Touch my desk because it is wood. So I do not need to respray my Stampin' Scrub. It is still damp. So I'm going to go in again, give it a scrub, give it a dry on the dry side, and we are all ready to rock and roll with our Versamark. Thank you, Miss Cindy. Look, we're always going to go. I'm just making sure I've got no ink on my hand, just with some hand sanitizer. And I'm going to take that hand sanitizer off here. I'll rub it in because that's a bit dangerous to have it there. So next is our Versamark. So I'm just going to pop these in at the top so you can see. So we're going to be even lighter. All working on Christmas cards, awesome. See, I've done batches of cards throughout the year because I am one of the admin on the Christmas Stampathon Challenge, which is a group here on Facebook. And we start making Christmas cards in January. So we ask that you make like 4 cards a month. Some people make more, like me, because I know I need cards for my team, for my customers, for my family, for some of you guys, for my friends, because I have so many crafty friends, thanks to Stampin' Up. And I send quite a lot. So I know I will need them. So now what I will start to do in the next little bit is I'm seeing my team this weekend. So I'm able to give them their Christmas cards and then work out who I'm sending in the mail. Then as of Thursday, I can order our new catalogues. Wow. I'm just gonna, that was really bad. I should have just left it. I can order the January to April mini catalogue and celebration catalogues. So my customers will get their Christmas card with that catalogue. So I will start to get those ready for them. And then everyone else kind of comes after that. So that's kind of my process, and I haven't stamped the insides of any of my cards yet. So what I tend to do is set up the Stamparatus and bulk stamp the inside. So I'll use the same sentiment on majority of the cards, and so I'll set it up, go and put like colors together, and then I'll just do all of them, and then all of the portrait ones, then I'll go through, reposition the stamp, do all the landscape ones, and then they're ready to write. So yeah, it is a laborious process, but I'm pretty sure I've got some good TV series to watch while I do that. Okay, so this is our 3 card fronts. So I will show you a bit closer up. This is Evening Evergreen on Soft Succulent. This is Soft Succulent on Soft Succulent. This is a little dry. That ink pad was a little dry as well. And this is the Versamark Watermark ink pad on Soft Succulent. So you will need to make a vote as we chat along which two you would like me to use, because I'm not using all 3. So these are the next pieces that we need to stamp, and I need basic grey because I stamped our flower in basic grey. Now you're saying, Ellen, where is that flower from? It is from Framed Florets, and it's this little one just down here. And I thought, is the flower Christmassy? Probably, maybe, but we've got these berries on here that really are Christmassy. So I thought this can pass for a nice Christmas flower. Christmas flowers don't need to be poinsettias. They can just be a pretty real red flower, which we are going to create today. Okay, so we'll stamp the flowers, then I will stamp the sentiment, then all of our stamping is done. So if you want some measurements for those using metric cards here, this piece is 6 centimeters by 11.5. So that just fitted nicely on the card. Now, when I do this again, I'm going to put this sentiment further down so it's got more connection with the flower. That's my plan. Soft Succulent and Versamark, Soft Succulent, Versamark, Evergreen. So Evergreen is the lowest so far. Okay. If someone could keep... I just got that ink pad on my hand. Hello, Miss Margaret. How are you? Soft Succulent and Evening Evergreen. Oh, we're getting a bit close now. Lucky we've got a while. I might get someone to tally up those votes as they come in and tell me where we're at once we get there. So if someone could please put their hand up for that, I would appreciate it. And I will keep stamping and then colouring. So flowers, now I did miss ink that a little bit, but in the whole scheme of things, it actually doesn't matter because we're going to colour it. So we were just using it as a bit of an outline, and it is there enough that we can absolutely see it. Okay, so I used wrong stamp set. I used the Framed and Festive again, and I used May This Season Be Filled with Peace and Joy. I really like that one, and it works well because it's a stacked sentiment, so I thought it's perfect for this longer piece that it's stacked. Okay, now will this fit on here? Yes, it will. Okay, now I do have my Evening Evergreen still open because I was anticipating this moment right now. Make sure that is all linked up and nice and wet. I can see it glistening. Okay, so kind of want this to nest a little bit. I think I am a little bit too far right. Actually, that's not too bad. So this evening evergreen is quite a dark green, but it tones perfectly with the soft succulent. That stamping isn't perfect, but I can totally live with it because it's a handmade card. It's certainly not Hallmark. Okay, so get that in the notch, give it a push, give it a close. Right, so I need my markers. Let me grab those. So I have soft succulent for the leaves and real red for the flowers. So nothing, we're not doing anything super spectacular. I will bring back in this, and just so it doesn't bleed through. So I think I'm going to start with our leaves, and I'm going to go in with my dark first. So on these little leaves here, I just want to hit the bottom edge just to show that darkness. And then here I kind of want to go up. Just want to go up and just a bit to the bottom. This is feeling a little dry, actually, but that's okay. Okay, so, or was that soft? No, that was dark. It wasn't light, rather. Okay, so now I'm going in with my light. Now, if I go out of the lines a little bit, it really doesn't matter. So what I'm doing, I'm colouring the whole leaf and then doing a little bit of blending just where I've got the dark. So these are super tiny and there is no way I am staying in the lines. So we're going to imagine that these leaves are billowing in the wind, and you can see the movement of the leaf. So this dark evening evergreen is actually blending away really nicely. So I don't need to do a whole lot of blending at all because it's just melting away into the paper. Okay, now I just want to add tinsel. That was bad dotting, but that's okay. So I'm not going to cap that totally. And then I'm going to repeat the same on this one. This needs to go on my list of things to purchase. Just put a bit on the bottom. I could use a bullet end as well, but you know, we've got this end open. Let's persevere. Let's make it hard. Oh, the kids are having lunch. I shouldn't say kids. 2 adult children in the house. No, David and Lavender. Okay. So, Miss Margaret, do you own the framed and festive and the framed florets stamp sets that I have used today? I am going to show you how to fix that because that is way too much outside the lines even for me. I'm just scribbling over that central line just a titch. And I do find, and you'll notice me do it all the time, I do move the cardstock to make it easier for me to colour. So I find I have more control dragging the colour to myself. rather than going away. But you will find a comfortable spot the more you colour what works. Okay, so I've got that leaf that I totally massacred. So I have the colour lifter. The colour lifter is maybe wrongly named, because what it does, it actually pushes the colour deeper into the paper fibre. So this has no colour on it, but it's actually pushing the colour away. I may need to do it a couple of times, but you can see it lightening and you can see the bloom at the back there. So I might just let that, oh, that's actually totally bone dry, which is not really, that's a bit better. I think I need to grab out one of my new ones. Do you want to know why? Because that is my dead one, and this is my one that actually has, this should work perfectly now because it's not a dry nib. There you go, that's going away beautifully, and you can really see that bloom on the back. Okay, I'm going to leave that as is. And that one is definitely wet. So we've finished with our leaves. Now we're going to go in with our flowers. So I'm going in. I find it easier to go in with my dark first. But I experiment all the time, and I often do dark first, light first, then add in the dark. Just depends on what I'm doing. So I'm just going in. The artist that designed this has told me exactly where all these dark spots are. So that's what I'm going in and hitting. So I do kind of want to get where all these kind of go together. So just one flower at a time. Try not to get any splatters. So this is our light. So go over the whole petal, and then I can concentrate on blending those darker areas so the lines aren't so harsh. And going out of the lines is fine. It's not a colouring competition. I sucked at those. They were not good at all. Now I can see this petal here is particularly light compared to the other ones. So I probably just want to add a little bit of dark and then blend that out. That's a little nicer. So adding a few more layers, but I'm pretty happy with that one. So going in with our next flower. I'm not so good with the dotting because it's got little teeny dot details here. There, all in the middle will be dark, and a little bit there at the base there. I think we're all good. Then we'll go on and do our second flowers. Oh, go enjoy, Jacqueline. Lunch was served. Good to see you being looked after. Hello, Leslie. How are you? Sorry, I was very, very busy colouring and not looking at who was joining. Humbly apologise. So we've made these backgrounds up the top. We started with those. And I did them 3 different colour combos. So all on soft succulent, but I have used soft succulent on soft succulent, which is that one, evening evergreen on soft succulent, and then Versamark on soft succulents. So we're having, for those of you who haven't already voted, we are voting on which 2 combos we are going to use on our cards today. Now, while I'm here, I do want to touch our berries and definitely make them red, just like that. On my original, I did not do the berries, but I think they look better just touching the berries. There we go. So I'm going to go in once again. I might do one. I'll do this one where I go in with the light first, and then you can maybe see the difference. I'm just going to do a rough base level. And so I've done my light, and I'm going to go in there fairly quickly. Whoa, before, look at that. I say fairly quickly while I get ink off my hands so I don't look like I've been murdering someone. The only problem with red, once you get it everywhere, or even if you use red splatters, it really does look like you've murdered somebody, which is not a good thing. Probably something I shouldn't be talking about, otherwise I'll be flagged. All the things you have to think about, and then you go, oops, I really did say that. Okay, so I've gone in with my dark, and then I will go back in with the light and just blend that out. And we shall see if we get a vastly different result. And also just wait for the ink to dry and settle back. Went way outside the lines there, but do you want to know what? Red is the hardest colour to fix when you go outside the lines. We'll give it a go. No, that's the dead one. I think I just need to pop that in the bin. That is gone. And I think this one is going to work much better. There we go. Actually, that pretty much worked. Go me. Don't know who I am, but let's just say we fixed that one. It's a tiny little halo, but nothing that a normal person that isn't watching my video would really notice. Okay, so my rough going over there, and just pop in with our extra colour. There, and down there, down there, down there, just where the petals are overlapping. And then, oh my dear word, there are workmen next door, and they're crashing and banging. I can't work out what they're doing. Okay, so that is all our colouring done. So yes, I did too. Probably took a little bit longer. Hello, Miss Heidi. You finished in the kitchen. Yay. Now, this does not want to. Let's start again. Take it out, put it in, and press. There we go. So all finished with our blends. Just put them up there out of the way. So this one was using light first, then dark, then going back in with the light. And this one was going in with the dark and then going over with the light. I really don't think, this flower isn't quite dry yet, but I really don't think there is that much difference. One thing I would like to add is a touch of wink. Touch of wink Castella just in the middle, I think will look lovely. Okay, this is my one that isn't gushing, which is a lovely thing. I have one of mine which is totally nuttily gushing and it's very hard to control. This one is just perfect. Okay, so we have a little bit of sparkle in the middle. Just let me see if I can show you on one. Just let me tilt it in and out of the light. Yes, you can see that. So you can see the sparkle. Thank you, Corinne. So we have finished with that. So I love this. Now, Heidi, while you've come in, you missed me stamping my backgrounds up here. So we have 3 choices for 2 cards. We have soft succulent, non-soft succulent, evening evergreen, or Versamark. So pick your top 2. No, I don't see. Oh, always sparkle. And we will move on with adding our distress gold. Now, because our distress gold is so pretty, I didn't want to do a full piece. Let me have a drink of water here. See if we can get kind of get rid of that frog, but I'm not. Naughty thing. Okay, so I just cut strips of this, and what I am going to do is use my Stampin' seal as I drop it, but that's okay. So I'm just going to run my Stampin' seal up the side, lay this piece down. Now, I did bodgy cutting on that edge, so we're going to make it look like there is one continuous piece, but there's not. There's 2 separate pieces because we're smart. Now, I also need to keep into reference that I went higher on this piece, so going to have to go higher on this one, and I think that will do not too bad. Now, if you want dimensions of these pieces, these are 2.5 centimeters by 10.5. So got that one done, and I'm going to repeat that for the second. Now, because I said earlier these reminded me of tags, that's why I added the ribbon at the top, and this is our satin edged ribbon. So let me just go this way. I can visualize it better this way, and I don't have hands in my way. I think that's pretty close. And just run it down the Versamark instead of evening evergreen. Yes, okay, cool. I like your thing. I think almost everyone has said soft succulent and Versamark. So you're not the only one there, Heidi. Okay, and just going to pop that in a titch, and that will be that. So I've got those done. Now we're going to pop the evening evergreen piece aside because these 2 definitely won. Not that there was, I suppose there was a competition, So I'm going to put this on dimensionals, of which I am now running out. I feel like I need shares in these, not quite as bad as some people, but I just seem to go through them. My ribbon scissors, and just snip off a little bit. Actually, while I'm here, I will snip off a second little bit, pop that to the side, and I think I'm just going to use glue dots. I will need a couple of them. So the first one will be to fold this in half, and the second one will be to attach it to the card. So this is faux. Look, I could have used, this really doesn't want to come out. I really could have used a stapler, but I don't have gold staples, so that just wasn't going to work for me. And then put another one on the back here. We will need to trim it down, but I'd always prefer to have a little too much than not enough. Okay, so do you know what I can do? I can just do that as well, and that means I don't need to trim it. It's just all there on the back. That looks good. That's one down and one to go. So do you like the ribbon, or would you prefer it without the ribbon? Curious to know. Okay, so pop that there, pop this up, close that over. Looks like that is one piece. Can I offset it just a little bit? Gotta love having my hands sometimes. Go. Yeah, I should be able to. That's better. Just offset that little titch. Okay. And then the last little bit we will add is some embellishment. So I have used the Festive pearls. I do have the rhinestones, the red rhinestones. What else do I have? I also have the in colour opal rounds that we can use. I have the red rhinestones. I do wonder where, must have put my Festive pearls away. I can grab them, it's not a problem. The ribbon looks cute. Yes, it is reminiscent of a tag. Yeah, this little piece really did remind me of a tag. So that's what I thought too. I'll see you, Miss J. Sorry. Jamie and I will chat later. It's all good. Okay, and one in the middle, no saggy middles. And then this one. Now, I know some of you may think, Ellen, you finished all your Stampin' dimensionals. No, I haven't. Once I'm finished it, what I go and do is I go and cut all these pieces up. So I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I use this whole strip. Actually, I don't need 5, but that's okay. And if I had a longer, thinner sentiment, I could just cut this side to length, and that'd work really well as well. I do that often, but never throw out when you've got your sides, because they are absolutely usable. Okay, so let's get our pieces, the soft succulent one first. Take these off. So I really love how these flowers look as a Christmas flower. I challenge you to make a Christmas card using a non-Christmas flower and see what you can do with it, because it is a bit fun just to try something different. Hey Donna, how are you? Okay, pop this over. Done. It's like they're almost banging on our ColourBond fence. I think they might be either taking something down, or like, because they've got a little outdoor room, so they might be taking that down, or they're installing a kitchen. I haven't decided what, and I haven't gone out to look, so I will have to go out and investigate to see what the neighbours are doing, because there's currently no one living there. Okay, so I have my pesky bone folder, because it was evading me for a second. So 1 card front, 2 card fronts, and I do make sure that I pre-score my card fronts. I did have some questions about my card fronts after last week's video, and I definitely do pre-score them. That gives me a much crisper fold, and the cardstock doesn't crack, which always gives a much nicer finish. Okay, so the front of the card can go on. There was I tried every colour on this. I originally thought this card was going to be a white card base. It didn't look any good, and then I tried Evening Evergreen and went, nah. And then we ended up with the red, and it looks awesome. So that card we just did was the Versamark, and this one I'm about to pop down is the soft succulent. Oh, nice. You enjoy your soup, Miss Cindy. I know what she's having for dinner, and apparently I should be able to smell it from here in Australia. It smells so good. Okay, so there's that. Now, can I very quickly put my hand on those Festive pearls? They should technically be where I think they are, but aha, I found them. I did put them back. So, Festive pearls, opal rounds, or red rhinestones. And I may even be tempted to use some gold ones on this. So I'm going to use gold, and then you guys can choose what I do for the second card. So you just look nice with a few gold. Does it sound like they're working in the kitchen, David? He's not listening. So that's the gold, and I've already done red, so I might need to go with the Evening Evergreen to see how they look. 3 different looks. Opal, rightio. I hadn't even seen your comment yet, Heidi, and I was already vibing with you. So, opal rounds, and I'm thinking soft succulent. So, okay, now this one, I'm going to put one up there and two down here because they are a different sizing. Ooh, that looks really nice too. So we have 3 different looks in a couple of different ways. So yes, I've got them in the right order. So we have used exactly the same cardstock, exactly the same colouring of the flowers. So Real Red, Soft Succulent, Evening Evergreen, and we did just use basic grey to stamp the flowers. We've used the same ribbon, but the stamping on the Soft Succulent a little bit different. We use Evening Evergreen, then we use Soft Succulent on the Soft Succulent, and this one is Versamark. So you get 3 totally different looks. These 2 looks are probably closer, but the the Versamark is definitely lighter. So you've got that. Oh, so good, Cindy. You got to share. Hello, Brenton. I'm still gobsmacked about the package you sent me yesterday, but I will share it in an upcoming video. But thank you, thank you, thank you. Brenton and I hung out at the event recently, and he sent me a little gift to say thank you. And it was very, very sweet. Okay, so stamp sets we have used on this card for all the words, so the Noel in the background and the main sentiment, we have used Framed and Festive. I will reiterate again that this stamp set is while stocks last, or it will go away from the beginning of January, the 4th of January. This stamp set will no longer exist. So if you love the sentiments and the fonts, which I do, you need to grab it. Hello, Susan. How are you? And for the flowers, I have used the framed florets. And this is available now until the end of April. And I used it and made these flowers into gorgeous Christmas flowers. I've also used the Distress Gold Designer Series paper. And let me see if I can, just going to shove everything over just a little bit because we've got 3 different cards to showcase. And we used a couple of different embellishments. So we used the Festive pearls. They are Festive pearls in the catalogue, but they're red and green pearls on the actual packaging. So you're looking for Festive pearls in the catalogue. And I also used the 2021 to 2023 in colour opal rounds. So I've used the red pearls, the gold pearls, and then the soft succulent opal rounds for 3 different looks. I'd love you to tell me whether you like card 1, card 2, or card 3. You do need to pick a favourite. I would love to know. I do have the shop link if you are in Australia and would like to shop with me in the description already. Please don't forget to like my video and make sure you are subscribed. Hello, Miss Charmaine. You like card 3 the best. Okay. I can't choose. I like all of them. They all work for me really well. It just depends on the look you want. Yes, I would love you to support me by giving me a thumbs up and making sure you're subscribed and followed to here on Facebook and over on YouTube, because I will be over there on Thursday bringing you another Stampin' Up card. So have a lovely couple of days. These 2 are winning, the ones we made today. Interesting. So if you have any questions, please just ask. I will get back to you. And I will see you on Thursday with another video. So have a great couple of days, and I'll see you then. Bye.